The work week is almost over. You've planned the great getaway. Now make your getaway great with a new ride from Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram during the Drive and Discover event.
Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram is overstocked and we have to move our inventory now.
Buy a new 2016 Ram 1500 for as low as $469 a month, or buy a new 2016 Jeep Cherokee Sport, only $275 a month. Make your getaway great at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Community Cars and Coffee, brought to you by Hill Kelly. I'm Sunny, the marketing director, here with Casey and Neil, as always. So we came downtown to a new coffee shop today, which I really like, by the way.
The Fosco. Yeah. It is an awesome place. And
it is.
I grew up near a town called Fosco in North Carolina, so this sticks easy with me. When I heard it was Fosco, I was like, bada bing, I got this.
You may have to ask them if there's any relation to that.
There's not, I don't think so, because that one had a K in it. This one's a C. I mean, this one is a K, and the other one was a C.
Okay, all right. I didn't even know this place existed, to be honest. So we're always on the quest for a new and great coffee shop, because that's what we do, one of the aspects. But this is a great place, right here on Palafox, right near the intersection of that's Garden, right? Y'all come down and try it. It's really good. So. Yeah, so we had a really great show this time with the rodeo. That's so fun.
Oh yeah, that was it's always a good time getting out to the rodeo, and this time we had somebody special out there, a new addition to Hill Kelly. So
Admiral, that's right. Admiral. Yep. You're gonna tell us
okay,
about
so for what you guys that you didn't go to the rodeo maybe, or class kids actually, so you don't know who Admiral is. Admiral is the newest member of the Hill Kelly team. He weighs more than anyone, and I can say that without, he's a Clydesdale, and he is beautiful. He is awesome. So he is a new addition to us, and it's just cool because everybody loves a Clydesdale, right? And this Clydesdale is gorgeous. Majestic. It's not, I mean, it's really straight up pretty. So everybody has Clydesdales in some town, but the thing that's unique, I think, about what we do with Admiral is he's accessible to the public. Like, you can pet him, you can touch him, you can get your picture taken with him, and that's rare that happens. And so
a gentle giant.
He is
a gentle,
truly
beautiful giant.
You're right about the giant. That's what amazed me. That thing is huge.
Yeah.
His hooves are the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah, that's right.
No lie.
Oh yeah.
They are. So we're going to be bringing him out to a lot of the community events that we do to put, lots of smiles on little faces. It's just a really cool opportunity.
Cool. Yeah, it creates a big buzz. But I was amazed at the lines of people.
Oh my gosh, they love it. And we have these little, the little miniature admirals. Did y'all see the little horses that we give to the kids so they can remember that they were with him? And I'm telling you, those kids, they get excited about it. But he's really good, and that's what we want to do, is just to be able to make him accessible to the community and just have something else, something fun, something different. So
we love adding a little touch of the unique to it.
That's right. As if we're not unique enough, then that's kind of, But anyway, so it's a great show. You guys stick around, stay with us, because there's a lot of bull riding. There's all kinds of stuff, everything you get at the rodeo. So hang out with us. We'll be back in a minute.
The work week is almost over. You've planned the great getaway. Now make your getaway great with a new ride from Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram during the Drive and Discover event.
Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram is overstocked and we have to move our inventory now.
Buy a new 2016 Ram 1500 for as low as $469 a month, or buy a new 2016 Jeep Cherokee Sport, only $275 a month. Make your getaway great at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Right now, we're going to get on with our cavalcade of corporate sponsors. Tonight we do so, our friends from Rover Rooter, their line sponsor, that's Rover Rooter. They bring you our real rodeo.
With me today is Jacob Moorhead, and he's a rep from Ram Rodeo.
You bet, Casey. It's exciting to be here again. This is my second time here in 2 years. And we're just proud to make it another stop on the Ram Rodeo Series Tour in 2016.
Well, how long have you been with Ram?
I've been with them full time, hot on the road. Just actually had my third anniversary yesterday.
Tell me about what you do. You know, what is this?
Our team is combined of well, probably a little bit over a dozen guys, just like me, that travel across America to rodeos. We do over 500 events a year, Casey. Wow. Chrysler invests $6 million into professional rodeo. And in order for these rodeos to receive this money from Chrysler, there's several key elements that go into it. The rodeo's got to be tremendously produced, and of course you have that here with the Tate FFA Alumni Association. Their team does an awesome job, Austin and all the team. And more importantly, Chrysler's involvement, Ram's involvement, goes back to the dealer. You have to have a great dealer with a tremendous background in sales and service, and Hill Kelly certainly fits the bill. They've actually been part of our program in one way or another, even going back to prior to the Alumni Rodeo. Back, there used to be a professional rodeo in town in the Coliseum, and they were actually one of our grassroots original deals going back to 1981. That's when our program started. So we're celebrating our 35th year this year involved with professional rodeo. And who else to do it with than the fastest growing truck brand in America? I mean, you know, we've got a half-ton truck that gets almost 30 miles a gallon on the highway. We've got a 1-ton truck that can tow anything you put behind it. 15 tons, over 15 tons, you can still park it in a parking spot at the mall. That's pretty exciting, and you know, the world's most, you know, awesome supercar that roll down the line. Can't beat them. You know, it's a tremendous brand. There's nobody else that could just rep this brand, bring this brand to the rodeo forefront like they have all the way since 1981. It's a program that stood the test of time, Casey, and I'm just proud to be part of it. I'm proud to come here and get to work with Hill Kelly, and I know that Hill Kelly is super proud to be here working with the Tate FFA
We certainly are, Jacob, and thanks so much for being out here and coming on the show with us.
You bet, Casey. I appreciate it.
And he's going to tell us a little bit about the history of Ram Rodeo.
Oh, it's been a great run with Ram Rodeo for over 30 years. Jack Lowry came up with the concept. He pitched it to Detroit. Our good friends at Chrysler, they liked the idea of promoting trucks to cowboys. Right. And so the rodeo whole concept started with, it used to be Dodge Rodeo. Since then, it's now called it Ram Rodeo, since that's what they feature in their trucks and stuff. They sanction about 400 rodeos, or they sponsor about 400 rodeos a year. All over the country. It's one of the greatest programs. Me as an announcer, I really like it. I mean, I get a chance to get behind the good folks at Ram Rodeo. So it's been great for everybody, because it puts money in the pocket of the committees, the local committees, as well as the producer and the people who work behind the scenes at the rodeo. So Ram Rodeo is #1 in my book as far as sponsors in professional rodeo.
Outstanding. Well, we certainly appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. And we look forward to everybody being here at the Tate FFA Rodeo. Hill Kelly's been a great part of it. Of course, the local dealers have also been a very vital part of the Ram Rodeo series, and has been for a long time.
Well, nice to meet you. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The work week is almost over. You've planned the great getaway. Now make your getaway great with a new ride from Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram during the Drive and Discover event.
Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram is overstocked, and we have to move our inventory now.
Buy a new 2016 Ram 1500 for as low as $469 a month, or buy a new 2016 Jeep Cherokee Sport, only $275 a month. Make your getaway great at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Welcome to a sweltering hot episode of Shifting Gears. And with me today, as always, is the sweltering hot Neil Knighton, and also our product specialist, Tyree Jackson. And the first thing I want to do before we get started in this is the introduction of Tyree Jackson here. Tyree, how long have you been with us?
About 6 to 7 months.
Okay, and then so as a product specialist, what all do you do?
Well, my job is one, to make the customer satisfied with the vehicle. So I just basically go over all the features with them, the benefits of the car, but to make sure that if they spend 20 or 30 or however much money they spend, that they know how to work their vehicle, because you don't want to go home with all this money that you spent and don't know how to use anything. So I just make them feel comfortable and make them proud of the vehicle that they bought.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get to the product right now, and then we're going to get back to you. We talk about trucks a lot, Neil.
Trucks,
yeah,
Casey.
talk about them a lot. And of course, we're getting into the commercial business more and up in that, our presence in that market, and which is Neil's specialty. And he's going to start getting high points on this truck, which is a 3500 cab chassis model. And then also we brought out a 2500 four-wheel drive heavy-duty crew cab short wheelbase that has a fairly unique feature, which is the gas-burning 6.4 liter V8 engine. The diesels got so commonplace for several years, and Chrysler only offered the 5.7 Hemi in the heavy-duty models, and a lot of people it wasn't cracking that 6 liter barrier that seems to really stick in the mind of people that want something in a heavy-duty chassis application. So Chrysler went to work, and I like to refer to it as the big block motor, although it's technically not, but it makes customers happy when you call it that. But it's going to save you money overall. Yeah. And it's basically going to boil down to what are you using the truck for?
Right.
And that's where that one's getting popular with that engine. A lot of people want to sport around in a heavy-duty truck. They use it on weekends to tow the big boat around and stuff. And that thing's just perfect for it.
Yep.
But Neil, tell me about this thing.
Okay, we talked about these before, Casey. It was a while back. This is a cab chassis truck. Now, the purpose of this truck, okay, is to upfit with a body of some sort.
Right.
Okay. Now, typically, like in this 3500, you see a lot of guys that are in landscaping, or maybe they're pulling a gooseneck trailer or something like that. What they'll do is they'll put a flatbed body on the back of this, maybe some underbody toolboxes, things like that. And it's just it's a heavy-duty work platform. You can throw anything on it. You typically have these side rails on this thing where you can stake in short rails. So if you're hauling stuff back there, you don't want to roll out, you can put that in or out. And then of course you've got everything in between. I mean, people use these for like your wrecker companies, your rollback wreckers. Just standard service bodies.
And they make different cab to axle lengths for, like I said, rollback bodies and things like that.
Lots of times you'll see something like in a single cab with 120 CA, which is your cab to axle length, okay? And that takes the long body you see. Most of what we stock in inventory, okay, is going to be either a 60 CA, which takes about a 9-foot body.
Right, that's the most common.
Yeah, or about an 84 CA.
Right.
Okay, so it depends on whether you're going single, or crew on your cab conversion, and really what size body you need on it based on the job you're doing. But also, we're pretty particular here at Hill Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay. About these vehicles and job rating them, right?
I really respect the fact that you do a great job with that.
Well, it's important to our customers. It's also important to us. I mean, we need to make sure we're putting people in the right truck for the job. So, what I'll do is I'll qualify people. If you come see me, right, we're going to talk about how you're using the truck. And we're going to look at payload. We're going to look at the number of people you put in it. We're going to look at how much you haul behind it or haul on it. We're going to look at all those factors, and we're going to put you in the right truck for the job, because we want to make sure that you're not going to get out there and have an unfortunate breakdown because you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. Right. So.
And and also to interject one other thing, we have Tyree. One of the reasons we hired him on is once you have found that correct and that right vehicle for you that Neil so kindly helps you narrow down to, which guys is so important. I can't even begin to tell you, in the last 21 years I've been in this business, the people that have come back with a truck that they just purchased and said, I bought the wrong truck. I was over at X dealership and they just said this truck was going to do for me. This truck was going to do for me. We had one of our vendors, for example, a couple years ago. He was wanting to purchase a 2500 truck for a new camper that he had bought. Yeah. And he kept telling me, I want a 2500 four-wheel drive. And I started doing a little job rating for him. I said, how much does this thing weigh? Right. And the camper itself was right at the threshold, which already kind of, but then we realized the thing that the RV company, the people that sold him his camper, did not tell him was to watch for the payload of the truck. And it was the kingpin was actually too heavy, we're talking about 2,000 pounds too heavy. And I moved him into a dually on the spot, and he's been never looked back.
Okay, so I hear it every day, right? People say, well, I've seen people towing these things. Yeah, you do. You see people towing these things, okay, but they're really not the best unit. I mean, they're very capable, but they're not the best unit for that job. So it is important to let people know that it's really about more than than getting your load moving. It's about stopping, control, everything else. It's you know, when you need that control in an unfortunate situation where you may be coming to a sudden stop that you didn't expect.
Right.
You need to be, you know, able to stop that load, your truck and the load, so that, you know, people don't get hurt. And that's really what it's about.
Yeah. And anyway, back to Tyree, you know, trying to knock you out, but that's important. The job rating is I can't stress it enough.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, though, once you found the vehicle that works for everything, you know, we've had a problem of people getting in their vehicles and leaving and coming back going, I don't even know how this Bluetooth works, or they get frustrated, you know, because these cars, especially like in this gray one, it appears complex, and there is complexity there, but there's also simplicity with Chrysler's Uconnect system. But it overwhelms people on first. You've seen it now. Yeah. So basically, what do?
Well, basically, all I do is I explain all the features of the car to the customers, as far as the 8.4-inch Uconnect screen. Maybe they have start and stop, maybe they have brake assist, or they may also have the adaptive cruise control, different things like that. I just explain it to them and really kind of break it down slowly so they don't have to feel like they're rushed out by the salesman. Just bring everything down to, I guess, their speed to make sure that they know that this $45,000 or however much vehicle costs, they really understand it. And I just made them feel like they bought something that they can go home and be proud of. So.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, I know that I feel so much better when I buy something and I fully understand. You know, I bought a Sonos sound system, one of these wireless things a while back, you know, very expensive and nice. But you know what, I bought it on a whim because somebody told me how nice it was. I bought it. I get there and I'm like, you know, chicken staring at a card trick, you know, trying to figure this thing out. But once, you know, I finally sat down and started realizing benefits, because I was starting to regret the thing, you know, about the 2 days into it. So then one day I finally manned up and got the owner's manual or thing booklet out and started reading through it and stuff. It'd have been nice to have had someone like you to show me that thing, because then I found out, whoa, this thing is astonishing, you know. And that's the thing, man. You just want to feel so much better about your car. I mean, I can't tell you how many people that I've seen that pretty much almost regret their purchase because they simply don't understand how to use the benefits in the vehicle. You know, but anyway, we're going to walk over to this gray beast.
Sure.
I can't take my eyes off of it. It's absolutely stunning. This has got the black appearance package on it. Yeah, oddly enough, in the 1500s, when you get a black appearance package, truck's all black. There is no option of paint colors. But in the 2500, you can get the blacked out wheels and all the monochromatic paint scheme with a few different color options. You can get it in white, pearl white. You can get it in the Delmonico red. Yeah, and it looks stunning in every color I've seen it in. And a lot of people like the Darth Vader look to it. You know, it looks a little bit menacing, you know, in a good way. I mean, you see that you're sitting there driving along in your dart, and you see this bearing down on you on the interstate. You're going to get out of the way, you know. But for somebody that wants a well-dressed vehicle that you can get at a very good price range, you know, that's where this V8 really comes into play, because a lot of people find, wow, I can buy me a diesel and the base tradesman package, or I can get a Laramie, you know, with the V8. And again, it boils down to what they're using it for. But it's the people that realize, like me, this would work perfect for me, you know, be way more than I'd ever need. Right. But, you know, it'd be ludicrous for me to go to the diesel, except for the fact I love the sound of the diesel and stuff like that. Something about it makes me feel powerful like a dictator or something. But anyway, it's, but, you know, of course, all the other benefits that the Ram has, you know, the stuff, you know, that this truck has been bringing home accolades for years, such as, you know, its crew cab design's got them in-floor storage bins, you know, that's so neat because you can pack ice and stuff in it, you know. Tyree mentioned the 8.4 Uconnect, you know, that's still the standard, you know, of right now of infotainment, you know, in a truck. It's very simple. I mean, Neil, just you would go on and on about these trucks just with all the features they have.
Well, we've talked about in the past, Casey. What Ram has done is they've talked to folks that use these things daily.
Right.
And they've said, what do you want to see in it? What do you need in a truck? How do you use it? And they've taken that input and they've begun to integrate that into the vehicles. Okay, so that when people buy them, they're, you know, it just feels right. You sit in the vehicle, things are kind of where you feel like they should be, and the vehicle just feels right for the job.
Yeah, so I'm around these Rams every day. We all are. And so you see something like a new make, out there, and you jump in it, and it seems impressive at first. And the one thing I try to tell salespeople all the time is, remember one thing: ours feels so good. You get in it on a daily basis. Spend 3 days in theirs, 3 days in ours. Ours is just like that good old pair of jeans. And like that good old pair of jeans, I got to put them on and book it out of here because we have to wrap it up. We are out of time. But I want to thank you once again for tuning in to Shifting Gears, and we're going to catch you soon because we will be back soon.
That's right.
The work week is almost over. You've planned the great getaway. Now make your getaway great with a new ride from Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram during the Drive and Discover event.
Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram is overstocked, and we have to move our inventory now.
Buy a new 2016 Ram 1500 for as low as $469 a month, or buy a new 2016 Jeep Cherokee Sport, only $275 a month. Make your getaway great at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Joining Neil and I tonight is Dana Cervantes with the USO, and we're here to celebrate the life of Captain Jeff Coos of the Blue Angels. Dana, can you just, my guest, explain what's all going on?
Yeah. Well, to Pensacola, the Blue Angels are so much more than air show superstars. We go to church with the team, and we go to our children go to school together, and when you lose one of your own, you just want to come together, rally, and figure out some way, some small way, big way, whatever way, to honor the memory, the life of Captain Coos. And that's what we want to do here. The USO wanted to pull together and just honor him in a way that we didn't really know how. We heard some inkling that there might be a candlelight vigil, and we were like, that's it. That is a way that we can come together as a community and just in some small way, for just a moment, just an hour, honor, our very own Captain Coos.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's, Pensacola, ever since I've been down here, Blue Angels just seems to be just so synonymous with, with the community here.
It is. Yeah. Very special to me, too. In 2007, I got to actually ride in a Blue Angel, which was like, the best thing ever in my lifetime. And I remember being a little girl and going to see the Blue Angels. So then actually getting to fly in one was, just something that was just unreal and just unbelievable. And then a few months later, Lieutenant Commander Kevin Davis died much the same way in a crash practicing for an air show. So when this happened this many years later, it just stung. It was just those memories came back, and I'm in doing a whole different work. I was in the media, and now I'm the director of the USO. But no matter what you're doing, no matter what work you're doing or what neighborhood you live in, you just want to honor, when someone loses their life tragically like that. And it's just something that we wanted to do as a USO, personally and professionally, and with the community.
Absolutely, and definitely from the Hill Kelly family to the Blue Angel family, we do want to pass along our condolences.
On behalf of the Blue Angels, I would like to thank the city of Pensacola and the surrounding community for the truly awe-inspiring amount of support that our team has been shown in the aftermath of this tragic event. It has been both uplifting and humbling. We are gathered here to honor and remember Captain Jeff Coos, Blue Angel number 6. A husband, a father, son, brother, a teammate, and an American warrior. In short, a hero. A man that felt so strongly in the worth of this nation that he dedicated his career in its service and eventually gave his life in sacrifice to it. And while it is right and just to mourn the loss of our comrade, it is also right to celebrate his life and legacy. A legacy that lives on in his wife and 2 children. And certainly in our hearts, as we garner strength from his memory to rise from the ashes of this tragedy. Jeff's passing is a loss, no doubt. But in losing Jeff, we gain inspiration. We gain a guardian angel, a wingman that will always be there. And we gain an ever-strengthening bond between this community and our team. That inspiration and that bond will be the foundation for our future. The time to mourn is now, but when the time is over, when the time is right, we will be back in the skies of this great nation. We will fly like warriors. We will not be scared. We will not have fear because we have Jeff on one wing and we have the city on the other. But before we do that, before we get into the skies again, we will be in the skies of Pensacola. Because this is our home, and this is our home, and we are your team. God bless Jeff, God bless Pensacola, God bless America.
The work week is almost over. You've planned the great getaway. Now make your getaway great with a new ride from Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram during the Drive and Discover event.
Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram is overstocked, and we have to move our inventory now.
Buy a new 2016 Ram 1500 for as low as $469 a month, or buy a new 2016 Jeep Cherokee Sport, only $275 a month. Make your getaway great at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.